I am Christian Lestat, Erie, PA, CopWatch, and Spotlight TV. You know, I like to say one thing. All these liberals and Democrats, they're using a horrible incident, these kids getting shot and murdered, to take away your people's rights to have guns. Now, the mainstream Republicans say that teachers should be carrying guns. And no, teachers should never be carrying guns. Oh, can you imagine how many incidents would happen where a teacher would pull a gun out on somebody, and you'll hear so many excuses. Oh, the whole class was fighting and brawling, and I'm just a woman, so I had to use my gun. I'm a little old man, and these kids are a lot stronger and tougher than me. I'm 75 years old, and the only thing I could use to stop them was my gun. See, I know that teachers would be doing that. You would have teachers shooting students. How about this? A teacher shooting another teacher. I don't like this teacher. I gotta fight. That teacher screwed my wife. Boom, boom, boom with a gun. No, teachers should not have guns. But you know who should have guns? Firemen. Firemen should have guns. Look at what happened. The firemen show up to an incident. This happened last week. The guy set his own house on fire so the firemen would show up and he could kill them. He could kill them. He shot them. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, but look at Hurricane Katrina. Look at the events where the government's actually being evil, and the firemen are actually trying to do good things, and sometimes you don't know the difference between good government and bad government, so these people whip out their guns to defend their property and their right to guns. Like in Hurricane Katrina, they try to take away people's guns away instead of feeding them. So the second people see the government roll up, they're firing at them. So the firemen, they should have guns to protect themselves because they're out there saving lives. They're out there without a weapon, and it should be mandatory that firemen should have guns. What if the firemen are in a riot situation where there's fires and they have to save people, but yet there are evil people with guns out there looking to kill you? Look at how many anarchist groups are actually ran by the government. They tell anarchist groups to go out and protest and create all kinds of anarchy and mayhem so the government could have their legal right to step in and do whatever they want to anyone on the street. They call martial law because they control that anarchist group to do that. Now, these are things that firemen have to fear all the time. They have to fear now going in a situation because that situation could be rigged by some madman with a gun. It could even be another false flag. Just because it's false flag does not mean the events actually take place. A lot of people say, oh, you're saying it's a false flag, meaning these kids in the school didn't die. No, they are dead. But you see, the false flag part of it is our government does things, creates things, so they can take away your rights and your constitutional rights. They want to rip it up and throw it in your face, burn it, and throw it down the toilet. Look, I'm rambling on a little bit, but the main thing is that firemen should carry guns. Teachers should not. Teachers are around students. There'll be 1,000 reasons why these teachers will tell themselves it's okay to whip out the gun. They will have 1,000 excuses. Oh, I'm an old man. I'm a woman. I'm a woman, and these kids are football player sized. What can I do if they're fighting? Well, you call for the principal's office, you run out of the classroom and get the other teachers. Don't whip out a gun. I believe if a teacher has a gun on them, they should go to jail. They should have extra charges put on them. Yeah, I am for gun rights, but there's appropriate places for them, and a school is not. But I totally believe it should be mandatory that firemen should carry guns. That should totally be mandatory. Totally be mandatory. All the dangerous situations, like I said, they could be in a riot where they have to be firing at someone who's firing at them at the same time, having to break into a place and save someone's life from a fire. So this is what I'm thinking, you know. Firemen, they go in a lot of dangerous places, a lot of dangerous places, a lot of bad neighborhoods and stuff where they could be in the middle of a gang war. So I totally believe that firemen should carry guns. And I believe that the Democrats and liberals right now, all they know how to do is use the horrible events that happened to the Sandy Hook Elementary School. They're exploiting what happened there to take away your freedoms and to destroy the Constitution. Leave a message under the box, the comment box. Put a good comment if you like this video or you don't. Just say something. Peace, everybody.